Hello, Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity, and today we're going to talk about your brain, or specifically how to keep it healthier for longer. This really boils down to something called vascular health, or how healthy your blood vessels are, because things like cognitive decline, other things like dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, stroke, heart attack, all of these things start with unhealthy blood vessels. It is very rare, can happen, but it's very rare that somebody has a heart attack or stroke before their blood vessels go south. So anything we can do to protect our blood vessels is high on the list of things we want to be doing, and that's part of aging well and longevity. We have seen for a long time study after study after study about nuts being good for us. And so this particular study was a small study. There were 28 people in there. They followed them for 4 months, but they looked at what happened when they took a half cup of mixed nuts. So walnuts, pistachios, cashews, hazelnuts, and they looked at blood flow to the brain, and they looked at a variety of markers of blood vessel health. So again, all things we want more of, right? More blood flow to the brain, healthier blood flow to the brain. And couple things to point out here is, first of all, the nuts were unsalted and unroasted. I'm okay with dry roasted, but when you start roasting in oils, that's where we completely destroy the health of the nuts. That's why a lot of the canned nuts and things like that have added oils, cottonseed oil, peanut oil, soybean oil, they're off the list. Those are not part of a healthy lifestyle. We need to avoid them. So dry roasted is perfectly okay because there's no added oils. Salt, I really don't care about. I've certainly talked about that and how I think that very few people are truly salt sensitive. And if you're having a salted nut, the benefits far outweigh any potential downside of the salt. But what they found after 4 months of these people taking the nuts, and they had a washout period, is that all markers of blood vessel health that they looked at improved, and all regions of the brain, specifically the frontal region, the parietal region, was improved with taking in basically a half cup of nuts a day. Add in a little bit of dark chocolate, which is also good for the blood vessels, and you're just further on your way to protecting your brain health. So keep in mind that nuts, even though they have fat, that fat is not fattening. Oh my God, the 80s dietary guide pyramid completely screwed us all up. But just because they have fats does not mean they're fattening. As a matter of fact, those fats are good for you, and they continue to show that again and again and again in every study that asks the question. As always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.